go for the big blue whale. And in the mid-30s and 1940s, they were taking about 30,000 blue whales a year out of this area. So there used to be blue whales everywhere. Whale stranding, it's like unprecedented, like all of a sudden they started stranding.
I don't know if this will give you a sense of the size of these waves. A good size swell is coming at us right now. Just got out of its way actually, I think. Yeah, it may hit us right about there. Maybe you can get enough of a sense of it. Imagine crossing this for days in those old wooden ships. And this is a nice day. Imagine when all hell's breaking loose. It's late afternoon on the second day at sea. Not much to be seen. Blue sky behind us, it looks like. Notice that our direction is somewhat different yesterday because if I'm facing forward, the sun is immediately on my right rather than over my right shoulder. And it looks like clouds straight ahead, or fog at least. What are the reflections out here? It's a calm sea, for all intents and purposes. In spite of the wet caps, it's rather mellow. I always think and try to compare everything I do, everything I see to, and everything I feel to what men would have felt 150 years ago doing the same journey in their wooden ships. Whatever speed we're going at, it's not fast enough to leave all of the exhaust behind us. You can still smell that diesel smoke. Albatross. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning. Not much to see, it's all overcast. Decks are wet. Wind is blowing pretty strong. Well, this is looking a little bit more like what they intimated this area to look like, although we're probably sometime, I think in the middle of the morning, we'll be over or have passed the Arctic Circle. So the weather changed yesterday when we past the line of convergence, I think it is. You can see the sea is a little bit rougher today than it was yesterday. I was up on the front deck and then they closed all the decks because of the wet surface. See the wind blowing water off the top of those waves when they break. Okay, after 3 days of being bored to death, we're out looking through the snow at a faint, apparent allusion to an island. There's another iceberg, and this gives you a clue how boring it can be to sit out here. It's not really boring, but there's nothing much to look at.
Okay.
plan is we're going to cross the circle, we think, around 11 minutes past 2.
What's interesting about icebergs is their unique shapes, ethereal shapes, eerie shapes. Now the boat's turning a little bit to avoid that little iceberg. For the record, we were about 3. Oh, there's a seal out front or something. See him right there? 11 o'clock?
11 o'clock. 100 feet.
So this is the date and the time and the longitude and latitude at which we crossed the Antarctic Circle. Then we crossed the Arctic Circle at this point here. It would normally be a very thin arc going that way. Here everyone's getting ready for the big moment, the crossing of the Arctic Circle. Okay, the red line traces our route down to Antarctica. So this is the date and the time and the longitude and latitude at which we crossed the Antarctic Circle. The reason for the little squigglies, like coming out, here's where we come out of the Beagle Channel, and these little squigglies are to avoid particularly rough water. And I think this is the line of convergence between these oceans and the Southern Ocean. Pass me, Graham?
Yes. Oh!
It's about 4 in the afternoon, and the cloud has disappeared a bit. And there is a nice sun behind me on the other side of the ship. The wind's blowing more so on that side. On this side we can see in the distance Adelaide Island. Okay, now we're looking to the east, and I'll just pan that line of either icebergs and or islands in the distance.